Hey y'all, this is Ben with Can Be Woodworking, and today I'm excited to tell you a little bit about the Hydra 9, a new laser made by a new company called OneLaser. Today is actually the first day that I've had this thing out of the crate, and I'm going to give you all a little tour of what came in the crate, what's in all the boxes, and a little bit of a tour around the machine. I don't have everything that I need to start it right now. I'm still waiting on some parts of my shipment from OneLaser. But I'll tell you a little bit about my journey of getting this thing into my workshop, which had its challenges. And I'll tell you a little bit about, how the machine works, at least from what I know. So this is my first ever laser. I'm a bit of an amateur woodworker, but I spent 20 years in the Navy, and I didn't have a whole lot of time, and I couldn't really lug all my tools around with me everywhere we went. So retired now, and this is a new hobby slash amateur, hopefully at some point making some money, woodworking business that I've started. And well, this is my first video, so forgive any bumps and bruises we get along the way. We'll learn, we'll get better, and hopefully y'all enjoy and learn something today. Let's get started. So here you can see my driveway in front of the house. My laser was delivered down at the arch at the far end of the driveway, and I had to figure out how to navigate all the way up this driveway without ending up in a pond and hopefully ending up in my carport, as you can see here. Just kidding. That fun wouldn't come till later. Instead, I used a pallet jack, which wasn't the best tool for the job, but we safely got it up there. There were a couple times where I hit some sand in the driveway or on a hill that I wasn't quite sure I was going to make it, but we managed to get to the carport safe and sound in one piece. Ran out the tractor supply, grabbed a tarp, used some bungee cord, and covered up my OneLaser crate so that I could make some room in the workshop. The reason I had to scramble, a little backstory, is that I wasn't supposed to receive my laser for another couple months. And while I was at work one day, I got an email, luckily that I noticed, saying that my freight was going to be delivered in about 3 hours. So I called the Admiral, that's what I call my wife, called the Admiral and told her to expect a freight delivery. And I said, please work your magic, beg him to bring it up to the carport if he can. And she tried, but he wasn't interested. So I got this massive 900-pound crate delivered to the bottom of the driveway instead. So I went and rented a pallet jack, and up we went. Once I had room made in the workshop, I knew what I had to do: get a forklift. This is the aftermath after we uncrated and put the Hydra 9 into the workshop. You can see where the forklift got a little bogged down. We haven't had much rain here in East Texas this spring, but we've gotten enough. Apparently the ground was soft enough that, yeah, we've got some ruts. The Admiral's probably not going to be real happy about that, but we'll get to work repairing them. I did manage to get it out. So there it is, the Hydra 9. Still working on getting a few more things out of here and over to the barn. It's a little bit bigger space, but this space is climate controlled right now, or at least partially. So better environment for the laser. So we're going to get to showing you what all comes with this bad boy. I already did the unboxing and the uncrating. I showed you kind of the aftermath of that. But boy, that was a chore. This thing weighed 895 pounds crated, And getting that thing up the driveway and into the carport was a feat in and of itself. And then my forklift that I had to rent to get it in here kind of bogged down a couple times, and yeah, we made some ruts. And yeah, but we got it here. So unfortunately, I'm still waiting on the chiller and my pie burn rotary, which once those get here, I'll be able to get started making all the cool things I have in mind. And I look forward to sharing that journey with y'all. So let's get into what all came with this machine. So this here is the pile of things that came in the machine, or in the crate with the machine. Looks like we've got some flexible ducting here, an inline exhaust fan. Looks like we've got a magnetic air pump here, so for our air assist. A small bottle of antifreeze. And a toolbox. So I think the toolbox has got some exciting things in it, so we'll get into that next. All right, here's our Mi Shang high grade tools box. -1 for spelling or for grammar there with the tools box, but let's go ahead and open it up, see what's inside, and I'm getting excited. Oh boy. In the top, we've got this guy. Now, one of you experts that's owned a bunch of lasers before can probably tell me what this is. I'm not 100% sure. Looks like we've got some more hiding down here. Oh, a power cable. That's important. So a standard Mark 1 Mod 0 110 volt outlet, or 120 for you weirdos. Power cord. So we'll look at where that goes. 15 amp, so we've got a 20 amp circuit dedicated just to this here in the workshop, and we've got another circuit dedicated just to the chiller. So that should be good. We've got some zip ties. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I'm sure those will be handy for cable management. We've got some tempered steel hex wrenches. Metric system, excellent. NASA would be happy. Jingdao tools. Cable. Some cotton swabs for keeping things clean. A lens cleaner. Looks like it's happy, raising its hand. It's kosher, halal. And I couldn't tell you what that eye, probably safe for your eyes. And maybe it's just water, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be spraying this in my eyes or eating it. But there you have it. Kuwu Zishu. USB cable for connecting a laptop to the machine. Another cable. And an Ethernet cable. So that's what all came in the toolbox. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap the ducting and the fan, and I'll show you all what's in those boxes.
Sunrise paints the fields with amber gold.
Some tubing. Looks like it's got a threaded connector here on the end. A little bit stronger piece there on the end. That's going to connect into something. Let's go ahead and pull this out. It's probably going to make some awesome noises here. There we go. And there's our inline air assist. So I've seen a lot of people that recommend doing something maybe a little bit more robust. There's our power cable. So this is going to plug right into the OneLaser and into the Hydra, and it's going to get its power from that. I've seen a lot of people recommend upgrading. I would definitely like to do that, but for right now, keep the Admiral happy, we had to keep the purchases to you know, the bare minimum here to get started. And things are going well, we'll look at upgrading things like this. I think that's it. In the box, we've got some instructions. Manual. I'm hoping there's some English in here. Looks like it. So when we get ready to set that up, I'll probably do a video on that. Quick one. And show you all what that's all about. We've got the exhaust fan here and ducting, so we'll go ahead and unwrap that. So we've got two flexible ducts here. One of these will connect right to the back of the OneLaser, and I'll show you where. I'll take you over there. A little hard to see because the door is shut here, but it's right down at the back of the machine. So we've got that and a second one. So that'll go from the back of the OneLaser to the exhaust fan. And then this one will go from the exhaust fan to the outside. Now I'm going to probably route mine through the roll-up door here. I'll probably just crack that open when I'm burning. And one of the tips that I've seen a lot of is that you should place the exhaust fan as close to the machine as possible. The fan is much better at pushing than it is at pulling. So the further it's pushing, the better, and the smallest distance that it can pull air, the better. So we're going to probably cut this duct down to size, real small, so that we can set that fan on the floor right behind it, and then have the majority of the ducting going to outside to keep those nasty fumes out of here. So right away when I open the box, I've got 3 hose clamps. These are the screw type. Looks like Phillips head. And yeah, these things are great. I used them a lot in my previous life on submarines, but you got to be careful. They will cut you if you're not careful. They get a little sharp. And then we've got our EcoWatt inline exhaust fan. I'll show you what I'm seeing. There's the label. Put that right side up for you. The brand is Han and Guan. Probably not saying that right, but here we go. Now I've heard plenty about the exhaust fan and inline air assist being adequate for some applications with this machine, but a lot of people seem like they're upgrading as soon as they get the opportunity. So that's something that we'll look at doing. And yeah, again, this is going to plug right into your Hydra 9. Just goes right into the side of the machine, and that's how it gets its power. So all the big things that you need in order to run the machine will plug right into it. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the features and some of the areas. We'll explore this machine together, and then that's probably it until I get the rest of my packages. All right, I got a couple tips for you guys before I forget, for things that will help make this unpackaging and uncrating and moving process just a little bit easier for you. Now, I'm blessed to have this roll-up door. The Hydra fit right through it, no problem, other than some issues with the forklift getting bogged down before it was really lined up. But one thing that you do need to take a look at, and there's a little sticker on the packaging that tells you this, but you see the leveling feet and you see the casters. Now those casters they might look like they're making contact with the bottom of the crate. Mine were, but they weren't bearing much of the load. And the leveling feet were down, so they were more likely than not to kind of catch the bottom of the crate as I tried to roll it. So what I had to do was rotate those up. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Go ahead and set you right there. So as you can see, these are threaded. And as I turn this in the right direction, so as if I was tightening it, it's moving down closer to the floor. It'll go all the way down, and it'll actually raise this up so that those casters aren't even touching the floor. You've got this nut on here as well, so you may be wondering what the heck does this do?
Well, it's important because once you have your caster in the position where your machine is level and you don't want it to be able to move, what you do is you tighten that all the way up to the top, and now you can go further down, but it won't accidentally go up any further. See, I can't turn this any further left because of where that nut is. Now if I unscrew the nut, I need a wrench to do it. I might have tightened it up on myself. Nope, there we go. So now I've loosened that nut. You'll see this caster, or this leveling foot, will go much higher. It'll only go as high as that nut will let it. So make sure, bottom line, when you go to uncrate your machine, that you raise these casters all the way up like it was when I first started showing these to you. So you want to turn it left, like that, counterclockwise, until it's all the way up, as high as it'll go. That way it doesn't bog down while you're trying to uncrate. Tour of the machine. So we'll start with the main vent. Look at that, hydraulic assist, or I guess probably pneumatic assist on the open, so it won't slam up. Nice and easy close. Nice big access to our work area. You can see the honeycomb table down there. Our X and Y gantries. We'll get more into that as I figure it out. So here's a little pouch. It's got the keys for the machine. Laser spot mode. And another doodad that all you experts out there that have had a laser before can probably tell me what it is. I'm sure we'll figure it out. And those are zip tied on there, so we'll have to get some cutters to cut those zip ties. And then I think once you do that, this should lift up, and that should make for some easy cleaning. Now I did see on a video that there's supposed to be a drawer down here that you can access. Yep, looks like there's some keys there, some slots for keys, where if I pull this out, I should be able to access my cleaning, the dust bin or the refuse bin. So we'll take a look at that. Let me go ahead and get these cut out, and we'll take a look in there. Show you what's happening here. This one is in the honeycomb lattice, so I started tugging on it a little bit with my rusty snips, and it actually started bending that lattice. So I'm gonna not do that, and I would recommend y'all take a look. See, this one back here is the same way. It's right there in that honeycomb, so if you yank on that at all, it's gonna bend your honeycomb, and we don't want to do that on day one. So I'm gonna go find some better snips. Undo those zip ties. You can see the one that I kind of bent there a little bit. It's not too bad, but yeah, this is how you would move that around. It seems to kind of click into place when it's where it wants to be. So let's go ahead and get these keys out and see what else we can get into. Now there's a bunch of keys in here. There's a set of 2. There's a set of 2 and another set of 2. And then we've got a gold keychain. Pretty cool. And then another one. I don't know what this one's for. It looks different than the others, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Oh look. Scanning offset setting. So this tells me, I don't know if y'all can read that. Let's see. Yeah, it's got a little glare. Don't worry folks, we'll figure things out. But yeah, some offset settings on this card. That'll come in handy. We're going to leave that in. Let's see, I'm just grabbing a random set of keys here. And let's see what trouble we can get into. Okay, that worked. One there. And one there. Okay, and that opens up this bottom panel here. So when this bottom panel's open, this is that drawer slide I was telling y'all about. So my casters are still making contact with the ground because the machine is not where I want it to be yet. So you gotta be careful it doesn't move. But yeah, see, you can pull this all the way out. And then I think it comes all the way out. You can lift it with these handles. Makes it really easy to clean. So we got a handle on each side. Standard cabinet slides back there that they roll on. And if I kept going, you know, kind of lifted up and pulled, I could pull this drawer all the way out. Now down here I can also see why I felt like my honeycomb lattice was popping into place. Let's see if I can show you. It's got these pins here. Now these pins drop into a hole, a couple millimeters, and that's what makes it lock into place where it's supposed to be. So you can pull that out for cleaning or for better access to different parts of the machine if you want to. And then you don't need to worry, it will fit right back into place the way it's supposed to. All right, let's close this compartment up. Not sure why one of them's blue and one of them's silver. It's kind of cool. That might be oh, it's just a protective film on there. Just a film. I was talking about this key here. And this lock, so that's locked. I'll go ahead and lock that one. Nice and secure. Okay. I didn't test these ones, but I assume that is for locking. Oh, that locks this, which I think is our pass-through feature. Now that's cool. So let's say this Hydra 9 is big. Oh, I may be wrong here. Let's see. Oh no, this locks the door in place. So we'll have to figure out that pass-through feature, but what I'm talking about is if you want to burn something that's bigger than your bed, you can by basically indexing it through the machine. And we'll learn more about that, and we'll figure it out together, folks. I don't know. Today is day one. All right. Let's go to this side. So this is that blue protective film that I was talking about on these compartments. This door is locked by using inside screws and outside locks. So it must be that there's some screws in there. Okay, here's a place where we can plug in a camera, our Ethernet cable, and a PC. So that's pretty cool. I don't think we can get into that drawer above us, but okay, here's some electronics. So interesting. Looks like Wi-Fi and Ethernet down there. And we got some exploring to do, folks. So far everything looks like it made the journey okay. Nice and clean. The way all the cables are routed, things are labeled. Look at me talking like I know what I'm talking about, but we'll figure it out. There we go. Got that one and that one. Let's see what trouble we can get into on the other side. Oh, this is neat. So this right here is a level. So you can see we're not level right now. We're just sitting on the casters. Must be the workshop isn't perfectly level. So we'll have to mess with those. A warning label. And then this little screen here over on this side. So this, I think, same key would fit in here. Maybe, maybe not. No, it doesn't seem like it. Maybe that's what the other key is for. Let's have a look. Yep, that's what the other key is for. So we're not plugged in, so don't worry. But yeah, this key is the one that will turn power on and off. Got our e-stop. It's like, looks like it's like most machines where you push it down, it sticks. Rotate it clockwise to reset, and then you can turn your machine on. And then this is the Ruida controller. So we'll be able to see everything on this screen. Little slot for a thumb drive there for putting your files in. So let's see what other trouble we can get into. Looks like this side, it's just the one lock. Okay, so that's the side of our machine. Okay, Now you see those are the inside screws, so that's the other door that we were trying to open a minute ago. You can see the latch where I unlocked it, but there's some screws that are holding it in place as well, which is why it wouldn't open. So I guess if you need access on that side, you'll need to get in there with a screwdriver. Close that up. Now let's check this area down here. I like that they provide lots of keys, but oh, awesome. Now this, I believe, is our RF tube. So that's one neat thing about this Hydra that we got, is it's got 2 lasers in it. So it's a pretty neat system. It's got these mirrors where those things will realign themselves, and it will either use the glass tube, standard CO2 glass tube, that's 100 watts. Really good for cutting, not as good at fine detail. Or it'll use this RF tube, which comes in this metal. You can see these cooling fins on the side. It's actually air cooled, whereas the glass tube is water cooled, which is what we need our chiller for. And this is going to be much finer resolution, but it's not as strong of a laser. I believe it's 35 watts, but I'll check on that and I'll correct it if I'm wrong. But this one is really good at that fine detail. It's just not as good as cutting, not as good at cutting. So that's when we'll use this, is for engraving fine detail, and we'll use the glass tube for cutting things. All right, I'm gonna have to open the roll-up door to get to the back of the machine, or maybe roll the Hydra a little bit. So we'll see how difficult that is. There's another bag in here. Laser spot mode. And it's got some prisms or something that it drilled holes into. You see that? Don't really know what that's about. Maybe y'all can tell me in the comments. All right, let's close this up and get to the back. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll show you pretty much how easy this machine rolls. I say that and then I huff and puff, but I'm just pushing kind of one side at a time. It rolls fairly easily. It is heavy, I mean, don't get me wrong, but these are some pretty solid casters and they seem to work pretty well. So let's see, we've got a number of things back here. We've got a 110 volt outlet for the water chiller over here. Our water in and water out. Again, I have not received my water chiller yet, so it's kind of hard to talk about that and show y'all. I can show you where it goes, but OneLaser, hustle up and get me my water chiller, okay? So I'm excited to try it. All right, let's look at the back of this machine. So we've got a lock here and a lock way down there. And they seem to hold this panel in place. Oh, this is it. Check this out. So this, folks, is the water-cooled 100 watt CO2 laser tube. That is cool, and I am super happy to be opening this up right now and not seeing a bunch of shattered glass, because this product shipped all the way from China on a boat and then pulled into the port of Los Angeles and then came all the way here to sunny East Texas on a truck. And then I hauled it all the way up the driveway with a pallet jack, which is not ideal on those hills. Took some doing. And then I used a forklift to move it over some uneven ground, got bogged down, and then I rolled it into my shop. And boy, the entire time I was thinking, I really hope that laser tube isn't shattered. And it sure doesn't look like it is. So that's cool. That is really neat. You can see another one of these mirrors here. Here's a mirror, and then it kind of deflects the beam onto that mirror over there. So mirror and another mirror. And this is going to be the path that the CO2 glass tube laser is going to follow. A glass laser tube laser is going to follow. I'm not really sure exactly how you say that right. Maybe y'all can tell me. But the machine will know. You can use Lightburn to tell the machine what part of your project you want to use this for, the glass tube, and which part you want to use that RF tube, that radio frequency tube for. and it will automatically switch between the two during your job. So it seems to me like with most things, you want to find the most efficient way to do it. Maybe do all your operations with the RF tube first and then the CO2 glass tube after, or maybe vice versa. Whatever seems to make sense for your project. But that's going to save time. You know, I don't know how long it takes. I don't think it takes long to switch between them. But any amount of time is efficiency. And we want to be efficient when we're trying to make money. So there we go. That's your CO2 tube and a grounding strap here. That's good. We'll go ahead and close this. We'll be gentle after I just talked about not breaking my glass tube. Be gentle and not do it once we're in the workshop. And lock that up. I think we're running out of secret compartments here. Looks like we've got 2 more. So there's a capacitor bank inside here. This seems like a thing that you would want to discharge before you went in. We've got a fan here. It's just a cooling fan for the machine itself. And we've got a power box there, some sort of controller. Bunch of neatly routed cables. That's always good to see. Again, here's that exhaust outlet that I was showing y'all earlier, maybe a better view of it. I am not sure what this is. What I'm talking about is this blue and silver thing down here. It says Vonets on it, V-O-N-E-T-S. It's upside down, but yeah, I don't know what this does. I'll have to look into it. Maybe we'll figure it out. And when I do, I promise I will make more videos. I'm blessed to have gotten this OneLaser, one of the first ones that they shipped out to the normal public, and I'm happy to share it with you as I learn. Let's go ahead and look in here. It looks like this looks like it goes to the RF tube, maybe, based on where the cables are going. But yeah, again, I've got some learning to do. Another cooling fan. I will tell you, folks, as I go through here, operate these locking mechanisms, look at this wiring, just looking at the craftsmanship. I mean, this is a well-made machine. You can tell that these people know what they're doing when it comes to building things. Things are flush, things are square, things just look good. The fit and finish is good on this machine. So I don't know how it cuts. I'm not an expert. I won't be able to compare this to other machines for you because I've never owned one before. But I do know some quality craftsmanship when I see it. And I'll tell you, this looks like it's probably got some quality craftsmanship. So more to follow. Thanks for watching. And yeah, take it easy.